Welcome. I would like to comment on the first assignment that you have just completed. In this assignment, we had asked you to prepare a histogram and chart using the stock prices that were provided. You were also to calculate the summary statistics and to write a paragraph on your observation from the data on which companies are the best companies for investing. So if the objective is to find companies for investing, we need to decide what would be the objective. For me, the objective is to identify companies to increase returns on investment. Of course, risk has to be included in the decision making. Similarly, if you have a reason to believe based on your own study, your studies you may have seen or otherwise, that skewness and kurtosis should be included, then you may do that as well. However, I suggest that you provide brief reasoning as to why you believe it's important, and then go ahead and do the analysis. Similarly, some of you have drawn the average or the median price. Now, is it relevant? It could be if you, for example, believe that stocks with higher prices increase more or something like that. Now, back to the initial point. If returns are important, then should you be looking at histograms or line graphs? Now you all have drawn histograms, so let me draw a line graph. So I highlight this data and say insert. Suppose I pick line graph and I choose this, and if we wanted to also have legends and title, which I generally would, I insert that, and we could insert legend for the x-axis as well, but if in this case, since it's sort of clear, we may avoid it. And then we enter the axis title, and here we could say monthly closing price, and similarly we could insert chart title, say monthly closing, very bad at spelling or typing, closing prices for 6 stocks under study. Oh. Okay, now when we look at the charts, we find that company A1 has been increasing even though it had its variation. Similarly, company B1 has been consistently increasing. Again, it had the variance. And you can, in some sense say company A2, which probably has more variance. So those are the factors you may take into account. And, if it were finance course, you would probably be doing lot more analysis, and which is what many of you have pointed out. However, from statistical analysis point of view, some of you had commented that they would exclude company A1 because it had less data, and B3. Now B3, you could say, hey, we are not seeing anything. It's for that reason that I may exclude that's less data and less consistency. However, when you look at this company A1, you have less data. However, the trend line is much stronger, and this weighing the variance in the decision making is what I suggest you need to do. And of course, your final analysis would be a function of how you factor in risk and that kind of thing. But I would also want you to think, when you think of excluding, how risk plays or variability plays in terms of your being able to make a decision. And I would also want to point out that not all information is available all the time, and you still have to make decision. And then two, this is not a finance class. I'm only focusing on statistical analysis. So other factors that many of you have pointed out which are not available are relevant and need to be taken into account for investing class. However, here I wanted to focus more on just looking at data and trying to make some sense out of it. So we'll stop there. Thank you.